and he's like constantly thinking about what the next like line's gonna be. Like I don't.
All across America are appalled that that actually could happen. Why? Because they know it doesn't make them safer when you are pardoning people and sending a signal that that kind of violence is all right. But
I don't know, dude. I don't know what I've been told. The right to fight. Jeez. Luca.
Done. Well, Jesse, what we're going to do has already been done. There are over 100 people from across the intelligence community that contributed to and participated in this, what is really just an egregious violation of trust, what to speak of like basic rules and standards around professionalism. I put out a directive today that they all will be terminated and their security clearances will be revoked. But the thing here, Jesse, is like we got to take a step back because this is just barely scratching the surface.
I love how every one of these Trump people, they get into their positions and they instantly go into an extreme culture war topic. Like it's all about something that'll make people really, really mad and nothing about the actual agency because they're gutting the entire agencies. So they need to bring up every scandal. This is not something you would do a press conference about unless if you want to politicize it. Let's say there was an issue. This is not something that'd be political. And it's like, okay, if employees were sending like messaging that was not 100% language policed, that's very different from like explicit content or illegal content. If they're talking like in a really dumb manner in chats or whatever, it's always just like whatever the most heated culture war topic is that you could possibly bring up, they're going to bring it up pretty much. This guy's one of the most pathetic people in the whole world, bro. He's disgusting.
When you see what these people were saying, and thanks to Chris Rufo for putting it all out online, they were brazen in using an NSA platform intended for professional use to conduct this kind of really, really horrific behavior. And they were brazen in
What horrific behavior? What horrific thing did they do? Was it something like illegal? Was it something that put U.S. intelligence in jeopardy? Were they sending dumb memes? Like really dumb, inappropriate memes? What kind of like blasphemous, disgusting material was being sent on here?
doing this because when was the last time anyone was really held accountable?
And she goes into, when was the last time anyone was ever held accountable? When was the last time there was ever like waste, fraud, and abuse found in the government? They need to lie and propagandize literally everything to an extreme. Like, do you see the emotional appeal? Do you see the propaganda? Do you see the propaganda reach? When is the last time anyone was held accountable? Look at us. Let's choose the most like socially fueled culture war topic we possibly can and politicize it. That's how we're going to do our politics. Like
certainly not over the last 4 years, certainly not over the last 10, maybe 20 years.
Meanwhile, they fired everyone from the government that could hold corruption accountable or anything like this accountable. And she's on Fox News talking about it 3 days into the job. Like, yeah, you're definitely doing that job. Thank you for $2, Sliver. Jeffries, yeah, we love.
So we look at some of the biggest violations of the American people's trust in the intelligence community. So today's action in holding these individuals accountable is just the beginning of what we're seeing across the Trump administration, which is carrying.
It's usually okay. What would a person with zero information want to see to think I'm doing my job right? Okay? That's how they do their propaganda. What would the average person want to see that makes them emotionally mad, that will make them think I'm doing an amazing job? You know, I'm not going to get into the boring parts of government that I'm cutting and ruining, but what are the social topics, the culture war topics I can get people pissed about that they will, you know, throw sand in their eyes? That's how they do it. And they'll make up stories if they need to. And they do. Make sure you drop a like on the stream, on the shorts stream.
Carrying out the mandate the American people gave him. Clean house, root out that rot and corruption and weaponization.
Yep, there you go. Clean house, root out the rotten corruption and weaponization. Now, what does that have to do with random chats?
And politicization, so we can start to rebuild that trust in these institutions that are
Rebuild trust.
Charged with an important mission of serving the American people, ensuring our safety, security, and freedom.
Yeah, so same talking points, different like color, I guess, because it's concerning the NSA. But same exact talking points. And this is something where people can see like, oh, they're doing something. You can call in again. The Justice Department's Chief Information Officer in the Immigration Review Division, a disabled veteran, just resigned. His letter to colleagues is worth a read. This is my last day. It is with a heavy heart that I write to inform you of my decision to take resignation and retirement from the Office of Personnel Management, OPM. This was not an easy decision. My decision is not political. Oh, a 100% disabled veteran. He's being beat up. Ooh, look.
Call from.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. I'm surprised you took another call. I thought you were done for the night.
Yeah, we're trying one more stream.
I just kept calling. I guess I was spam calling, but what else you gonna do when you're trying to get into a show, right?
Never give up.
Yeah, exactly. Never give up. But yeah, I'm just curious about a few things in your thought process. Is there anything you would like to start on, or should I just start?
If you're a Trump supporter, I usually judge
I'm not a Trump supporter. I am not a Trump supporter. No, I'm not a Trump supporter. We can start off with that.
Okay, are you gonna be disagreeing on something?
Maybe to an extent, but I feel like it's just kind of I wanted to call you to pick your brain on certain topics here.
All right, go ahead, pick my brain, and then I'll start debating people. So pick my brain really, really thoroughly.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just curious on since you're a streamer on these big platforms and stuff, a lot of your I guess streamer competition would be people like Destiny, Hassan, people like this, especially in the left-wing space. Would you say you agree with a lot of their ideas, or do you have a different view on that, or do you not even watch them? You don't even know their ideas? That would be you know what I'm saying? Would be an interesting thing.
I watch them for entertainment, but when it comes to like what I talk about, I don't do much content. When it comes to reacting to internet drama and internet debates, they are entertainment. I'm from a very real working class background, working class area. Went
Me
through
too.
a lot growing up, and like I went through a lot of shit. My politics is informed by that. I'm not making tons of money like they are, so my opinions are not going to be corrupted. My performance is not corrupted by that. I'm really involved in this stuff. I really am passionate about this stuff, so I view them as entertainment.
Sure,
and I don't have
agree
any
with you on that.
competition. I don't know anyone doing content that I do like I do it, unironically. Like I see the TikTok boys doing it, but they're also very unexperienced and they're very like LA culturally. They're really good debaters, but as far as like having a conversation with someone from like freaking rural Appalachia, I feel like I could do better in those conversations. Maybe not. I don't care. I kind of suck. I hate myself and my channel. Everyone should stop watching.
Chill. Whoa.
This channel's terrible. I'm quitting now because of you. You convinced me. Goodbye.
What? Are you actually gonna hang up on me? No. That's not what I'm saying, man. That's we've talked before, man. I was just curious because I'm just like I don't know if you watch these people
I'm
and
kidding.
stuff, and I think they definitely have radical views, and I'm like, are you that radical, or like? Because I just think like Hassan has literally promoted terrorism. That's indistinguishable fact, in my opinion. Destiny literally is a sexual abuser. Like there's a lot of shit with these people. Why are you laughing? Is what I'm saying incorrect?
No, it's just I don't know. The world's crazy.
Well, yeah, I was just curious. I've called in your show before. Dude, I literally asked you last time we spoke, man. I was in the fucking Discord and I was like, bro, oh yeah, speed run some Sonic games. You've seen the Sonic movies and all this shit. I was just curious because I swear on my life, that was me. I don't know if you remember that. But
Oh, sorry, that was my autism. That was my autism speaking. If I was talking Sonic.
Oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
It's a classic autism game. If you have autism, you probably like Sonic.
Sure. I might have autism myself, but I was just curious because I'm like, this is probably fucking well, and maybe it's not your competition, but this is probably like in your wheelhouse, and I'm like, it's just becoming crazier and crazier with all this stuff. These people are saying like Hassan literally is like, oh, the Jewish children. Oh God, I actually forget. I'm not gonna actually paraphrase him. He said some crazy stuff. I don't want to. If I don't know a word
enough
for
about
word,
Hassan.
I'm not gonna say.
Enough about Hassan. Ask me questions before I debate Trump people.
God damn, man. Well, that was kind of my question. I was saying, are you like worried about any competition, or do you? And you did say you're not. You feel like you have no competition in your space, but also too, if you want to get into so Elon. Well, maybe I can't even hit nothing right now. God damn, you kind of broke my brain, man. You're scaring me. You usually don't talk like this, man.
It's not about like it's not even about competition. For me, it's about the algorithm putting me in front of people. That's really what's gonna control my growth or not. If I can get enough support as far as donations go, that'd be awesome to support what I do. It's hard to manage my workload and my as I said, I'm not from a rich background. So it's really hard to get going on this stuff. So I want to be able to produce more content and edit my videos and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but it's just really hard to do. And I probably would grow more if I had time to do that. But I think my content's pretty solid. People usually like it when they watch. People want to support it. I have pretty good conversations a lot of the time. I don't know anyone that takes random phone calls with a phone number. But I do talk to a lot of people that never heard of Destiny or Hassan or whatever. But yeah, as anything goes, it comes in waves. Yeah. So I mean, hopefully some nights we have big nights, some nights are going to be smaller. But yeah, there's been pretty steady growth. But I am getting more of a TikTok audience on here. So the TikTok audience only watches live streams and shorts. So they don't watch my videos much. If I make a regular video. So if I could build a more video audience as well, that'd be really beneficial. But yeah, for right now, it's been going pretty decent.
No, yeah, I understand. Like actually, you've kind of inspired me in a way. You might hear from me if I start my own show or something. And I guess that's me talking big, but I'm like, I want to have my own show where people can call and stuff. I was like, bro, I can just get like a shitty webcam, set it up on a white wall, like shit like that, so people don't know where I'm at, and fucking have a burner phone from like fucking Walmart. And have people call the burner phone from Walmart, and we can have like some good fucking discussions and shit. It would be entertaining.
I have a fake phone number on Google Voice.
Oh, you can get. Well, I know you can get it through like apps and stuff, but Google Voice is like a good one.
It's free. Yeah, it's free.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, dang, I kind of want to do this shit. It's just you've definitely inspired me in that way.
Just do TikTok. TikTok. You can go on TikTok live streams and you can join people's debates and hop in right on there. So just do it on TikTok. Really easy. You don't need any equipment.
Sure, I'm probably not going to download. I don't want to go through all that. I don't know. I'm an old man too. You say, oh, I'm a bit old. I get what you're saying.
Sonic. All right. Thank you for calling, man. I'll be in
the
Discord then. I'll be in the Discord in like a half hour. All right.
Yeah. I might be there, I might not be there, but it was great talking to you, man. Yeah, have a good night, man. Talk to some fucking Trump supporters.
They're all scared, dude. They're not gonna call in right now.
Probably. I believe that.
All right. Thank you for the call.
Peace out, man.
Tonight's a difficult streaming night, guys. I'm in pain. Whew. We're also getting different. Actually. All my viewers being in the horizontal chat is killing the vertical stream. Unironically, it's actually killing the vertical. I'm gonna only do vertical streams to force you guys to watch it on shorts to boost my algorithm. You're gonna get what you want. No, you don't have to go. You don't have to go. You don't have to go over. Stay in horizontal. Don't leave now. It's too late. It's already late enough in the night, dude. It's already late enough in the night. I'm just saying, I'm doing only horizontal. Get ready. I'm going to do the vertical. Wait, crap. Only vertical. Whatever. Same thing. Okay, someone called. Call in again. Call again, buddy. Then we're going Betty bye soon. What the hell? I didn't even see this. Steve. Thank you for $50. I didn't see this till now. When did you do this? Are you still watching? Whoever did this on Venmo. That was just like 10 minutes ago. Thank you. Jesus. Thank you, Steve. Wow. For my birthday? For my birthday?
Call from.
Yo.
Call from.
As Ollie.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm alright. How are you?
This is the live stream, right?
Yes, it is.
You can hear me clearly?
COhen?
You can hear me clearly.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you good. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just was wondering, I'm a new viewer. What's your gist on why you don't like DOGE?
Because they're going in and killing government programs that are here to limit corruption and that investigate Elon Musk companies, big conflict of interest, richest man in the world, buying his way into the presidency essentially. And yeah, it's all just it's just fake. They're not fighting waste, fraud, and abuse or whatever they say. They're just using it to cut government programs. It's a Trojan horse for that. There are people that look at government inefficiencies, and they are ignoring all of those reports and also violating the Constitution by killing, different governmental branches, or not branches. Agencies passed by Congress. There's a lot of other reasons too, and there's conflict of interest with China and Russia, and there's a bunch of other stuff.
Well, I wouldn't consider myself a Trumper. My guy living in New York, obviously the cost of living is very high in this city. I live in the Bronx. Technically, quote unquote, the worst part, but it's the most affordable real estate. But would you agree that if you have an organization that's always going to have funding, because you can't tell me that you're happy paying taxes, right?
I'm happy paying taxes. I'm happy paying taxes.
But you are forced. You can't be like, oh, I disagree with this amount. Maybe it's this amount.
Yeah, but I'm happy paying taxes for sure. I'm
right?
okay with it. It's a progressive system too. We get money back from our taxes, unless if you make like $1 million. We drive on roads. We have clean air, clean water, clean food. A lack of diseases. We have a lot of great things from taxes. I'm very happy paying my taxes in America. We should be very happy and we should feel very proud and very secure to be in a country like America. And I'm happy to pay my taxes.
But I don't get tax refunds.
I know, but we get money back from the value. So like, unless if you make like $1 million, the roads you drive on, if you drive across one big bridge over the ocean, that costs billions and billions and billions of dollars. Having clean infrastructure, good infrastructure that doesn't crack, having consumer protections so your TVs don't explode. Those are all things that we take for granted in the U.S., but I'm happy paying my taxes here because we get those services in return. Yeah, you get money back from the government. Unless if you're a millionaire, then you get money back from the government in value, even if you have no kid or anything.
Well, obviously, if you're not even if you make like over like $50,000, you're not going to get a tax refund.
No, it's not about a refund. It's about your return on investment and the stability of your country, law enforcement, military, all the benefits I just said. Until you make like the roads you drive on a daily basis. If we did not have the government, would cost 10 times more for you. Just one red light, one intersection with red lights costs like $50,000 to $100,000 to build. Like this stuff is very expensive, and it's paid by our progressive taxation system. So we're very lucky to be in a stable country and pay taxes. I'm very happy. I'm fine paying taxes. It's completely fine with me.
Yeah, but you're not okay with the cost of living going up every single year, right?
Yeah, sure, but that's like a housing supply issue. And that's why I supported Harris, because she wanted to incentivize housing being built. But what does insurance operate off of?
Just rates.
Yeah, like a risk pool. So, like,
Yeah.
car insurance costs are going up. Do you know why they're going up?
Tell me.
So one big reason is because we're not increasing regulations. If we'd increase regulations on driver's licenses, driving tests, on speed limits and all that kind of stuff, then car insurance rates would go down. One reason they're going up so much is because we're at all-time rates of auto fatalities. That's one reason. It correlates directly with auto fatalities and number of car crashes. So there's a higher cost for the insurance company, higher amount of risk, not a bigger risk pool. So if we increased regulation and had safer drivers, if we made it a felony to text and drive or some crazy stuff like that, or even just like a crime that's more monitored in general to like text and drive, that alone would reduce our premiums a lot. So there's a lot of different factors that make our cost of living go up. And I'd probably say for like housing, housing supply in the free market would do a lot to reduce housing costs.
Yeah, I'm sure, but I mean, well, your housing point. I mean, we have very low interest rates. People kept refinancing to get cheaper mortgages, and they don't want to let go of those cheaper mortgages because the interest rates are going up, and they're probably gonna keep going up. So, I mean, people don't want to move. People do not want to sell. This is probably cash. I mean, which is really big in New York. I mean, you guys are talking about cash. You guys got a lot of money. It's very tempting to sell your properties to them. Big guys. Well, how about the little guy who has to deal with this increased cost of living?
Yeah, well, Democrats are definitely better for the little guy.
Explain.
Like, we're hiring the richest man of all time, Elon Musk, and a literal real estate developer who screwed people over with housing to be president and basically co-president. These guys make money off exploiting people. Of course, they don't care about housing prices. They want to make more money off of housing. If anything, they want to.
How who are they exploiting? I mean, is it their employees? Is it their shareholders?
So, like, eliminating the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau alone is exploitation. That agency was amazing. They just killed it without congressional approval, which is also unconstitutional. But the CFPB is fantastic in protecting consumers from financial fraud. After the 2008 financial crisis, it started in 2010, and Musk and Trump just killed it. And I would say they probably killed it for their own self-serving reasons.
Yeah, but I argue those regulations create barriers to entries for poor people and middle-class people.
Well, those regulations prevent poor people from being screwed over. If anything, it reins in big businesses because big businesses can't just kill smaller lenders or smaller banks. No, the CFPB helps limit big businesses from being corrupt and screwing people over with their immense wealth and power. It helps small businesses, if anything.
When the government prints money, they have to send in money to central banks to distribute. They have all the power. They pick the winners and losers.
That doesn't but when I say the CFPB, they don't pick winners and losers. When they change like interest rates, they're not picking winners and losers directly. If you want to talk about subsidies in certain industries, you can, but you did not bring that up. When we talk about what was the topic we were just on? You keep on jumping from a bunch of different things.
DOGE. I think. Yeah.
My brain is breaking. There's so many different conversations.
No problem.
We're talking about the CFPB. The CFPB, okay? You would call them if your bank stole money from you, or you'd call them if a predatory loan company screwed you over and like took higher payments than they said they were gonna. Like, you call the CFPB when you're screwed over by a big company, by a big corporation. And the lenders that were held liable from the CFPB did screw people over. They charged people 1,000% interest rates. They screwed over poor people immensely. And the CFPB was put in place after the 2008 financial crisis to hold all these big banks that screwed us over and gambled with our money in 2008 and crashed our economy, and we suffered the consequences as normal people. The CFPB wants to hold those banks accountable. That screwed over normal people. But the CFPB was a positive thing to push in the right direction to holding big banks accountable. Elon Musk and Trump just killed it without even considering Congress, which is unconstitutional and also bad for regular people.
Well, I never read anything in the Constitution that says they couldn't do that. But
an agency approved through law by Congress needs to be faithfully carried out and executed by the executive branch. If the executive branch gets rid of an agency without Congress passing a new budget or a law amending that agency to be a part of another one, or to kill that agency, the president cannot just unilaterally just go and kill agencies for funsies when he gets elected. It's part of our checks and balances. The president is not a legislator. The president is an executor. He he executes the laws that are passed by Congress, but he does not decide the laws.
Okay, but when you agree that an organization that's always going to get money every single year, not their own money, of course, it's other people's money,
Well,
they're going to be
organization.
waste, fraud, and abuse. You say that again?
Yeah, they need resources to go after companies, but when it comes to how much they cost to run, it's around $650 million per year. They existed since 2010, and they returned $21 billion back to the American people. So it's by far a huge return on investment, not only because they return money back to people who have been defrauded, but also because they're like law enforcement for corruption. So it makes banks be less corrupt and more honest if you have something like the CFPB existing.
I'm not particularly familiar with that organization, so I can't comment on that.
Well, that's what Elon Musk
But
relies on, though. DOGE relies on people not knowing what's happening because they can lie to you and you don't know it. But for someone like me,
yeah, but
there's a thing said about Elon Musk where, like, if you hear Elon Musk talk, you think he's amazing until he gets into your realm of study. So he talks about gaming, okay? He lies about that. Gamers call him out right away. You're not really good at gaming. He talks about the International Space Station. Real astronauts call him out. People realize, well, you don't know much about space. He talks about policy, and I'm like, holy shit, Musk knows nothing about policy. He's lying to you guys about what they claim they're doing in this bureaucracy. They're demonizing bureaucrats, and they're making you worship the richest man of all time and these wealthy like oligarchs, thinking they're the heroes saving you from the ruling class. They are the ruling class. They are the elites. The bureaucrats are veterans. Bureaucrats are public service workers. Bureaucrats are people who are largely here. 90%, probably 95 plus, probably 99% of bureaucrats are here just to serve the American people. So far, DOGE has already fired 7,000 vets already. Like, disabled vets are being fired.
What services do they produce?
So, veterans, suicide, crisis hotlines, veterans care in general, firefighters, law enforcement, doctors, nurses, educators. We could talk about humanitarian efforts.
Yeah, but that's subsidizing. I mean, we spend. We're the number one country who spends the absolute most on healthcare, and it doesn't seem people are very happy with their health care. So
and that's not bureaucrats' fault. That's private insurance companies' faults.
Yeah, but they're working around Obamacare. And Obamacare.
Yeah, and Obamacare limited private insurance companies. Without Obamacare, they screw us over more.
My premiums tripled after Obamacare.
Well, if you make a decent, do you make decent money?
Yeah, of course.
You do make decent money?
Yeah, $1 million plus.
No, I mean, do you make like the income you bring home? Do you make are you? What do you say? You're middle class or upper middle class or lower middle class or working class?
1%.
Then yeah, your premium's gonna go up. That's fine, but it's about like.
Tripled.
Are you a Christian?
No, I'm Riazolium.
Okay, well, I think it's good to help the nation that allows you to be successful. I think it's good that you help people in the country. I think you should take pride in helping people, and even if you pay higher taxes.
I didn't sign a contract with society.
Then move to a third world country that has no taxes and no government. Have fun. You can leave.
Yeah, but that's not where
you have the money to leave. Go to Romania. Go live with Andrew Tate.
Yeah, but when you agree.
Do you take no shame in complaining about dumb things? Do you take no shame in not struggling but still finding reasons to be upset and complain about other people?
Let me finish my point real quick. When you agree with that organization that has a guaranteed supply of money, taxes, that there's not going to be waste, fraud, or abuse when they're using other people's money?
There can be, but you should probably do a forensic audit to find that, not just kill entire programs that are a conflict of interest to you.
Like the USAID, for example, where in the Constitution does it say that the government has the right to do any of this stuff?
When Congress passes a law to make USAID a thing.
Yeah, they're operating out of the confines of the government, of the Constitution. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
the problem what I have with this is if they are gonna oppose the USAID, basically they're gonna oppose anything they want, whatever pet project that a president wants, they're gonna do it regardless of what the Constitution says. And it's just gonna make us all more poor than where we are right now. I mean, this country's going downhill because the cost of living keeps going up. I mean, my bills keep going up. I'm not sure if I can even keep my employees if this keeps going up. In New York, the minimum wage keeps going up by 50 cents a year, which doesn't sound like a lot, but eventually I have to increase prices to my customers. I mean, I can't keep doing this, but I'm the little guy. I can't compete with the big guy.
Then you should probably be good with regulations that hold bigger companies accountable then, and that tax bigger companies more.
They're the ones who are writing the regulations. That's why they have lobbyists.
Yeah, but you realize that Democrats are for raising they're for monopoly and trust busting, and they're for holding corruption accountable. So like the little guys, the little businesses, I would say Democrats' policies are better for the free market than Republicans because they hold companies accountable. Just like, Teddy Roosevelt, Republican trust busting in the 1900s. We need to break up some companies to allow for more competition. Too much consolidation in the market does not allow for the proper competition, even in any market, free market, social democracy market, whatever it is. I would say Democrats are much better for that system and making sure the big companies don't run you out of business and still providing a certain standard of living for everyone.
Yeah, but they're raising my costs every single year, especially with my employees.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, you're not exactly struggling in life. If you cannot afford your business, then you have to find a different way to do business. And if you have an issue with the system,
what are my employees going to do? I have like 20 employees. What are they going to do?
Should we not change our policy to help people make more money just because of your business alone?
No,
I would want more systems to support people.
It affects everybody. But the big companies can actually afford this because they have economies of scale.
Yeah, I understand that, but we should break up companies then. I understand economy of scale, but we should break up those companies, and you'll have to downsize. I don't know.
Monopolies yet. There aren't monopolies yet. I mean, I wish I was the business owner that the government picks our winners and losers. I wish they picked me as a winner,
consumers,
but they don't. And all regulations is barriers to entries for poor people. I mean, how can you
That's
afford
not true
any
at all.
of this?
Regulations affect the biggest fish in the sea.
$60.50 an hour? Can you employ somebody at $60.50 an hour? How much people? How would you pay your employees?
I'm not going to be able to have employees because all the big companies own all the money, so I'm not going to be able to get any money or ownership, and that's going to inflate prices because there's more money in the system, all being held by the top 1%, top 0.1%. So we're not going to be able to do much down here. I would rather redistribute money back into the local economies, and then increase your customer base as well. If we redistribute wealth, it helps local economies as well.
If you're taking money from productive people and giving it to people who are unproductive, how is that going to boost the economy?
Well, CEOs are not productive. Corporate boards
are not
productive.
Are. They build. I mean, founders build the company, but CEOs are people that run the company. I mean,
CEOs are mostly they don't really.
My manager that runs my business, I mean, he takes a lot of responsibility off of me so I can do other stuff, and I pay him a high salary.
Okay, well, the CEO is mostly public-facing. They're not typically making. There are companies that operate with no CEO, but I'm just saying in general. If you're saying that people are productive, you can't have it. If you want to be an owner in society, I don't want to hear you cry about it. You can't say you care about your employees and then say the only productive people in society are the CEOs.
How many people do you employ? Fucking nobody.
Well, I want to be able to give everyone a chance to be successful. You don't. You're selfish. You're a selfish person. You can't come to. You can't really come to.
You don't give people
No, you don't give people opportunity. You're selfish. You own people.
How much do you pay your employees? How much?
Good job. You own people. Great. You own people. I'd pay them more than you pay yours if I could. But you own people.
I mean,
congratulations.
It sounds like socialism to me.
Yeah, it sounds like socialism to help people because you are a greedy asshole. You're a bad person. You're a bad
Yeah, but
person.
you don't employ anybody. You don't help anybody. You don't give
If I had
outreach to
money, I
nobody.
would. But you're a bad person.
Yeah,
You don't want to pay
fucking
people.
zero.
You're a
You never will.
millionaire. You're not going to take a pay cut to help people.
1 million.
Congratulations. I'm happy you're successful.
How am
I don't know why you wake up crying every
if
day.
if all my profits being taxed by 50%, I mean 55% in New York.
You're better at business. You just suck.
Probably
It's a
higher-
free market. No,
probably
you just
higher in
suck.
California.
No, actually, the government's not picking winners or losers. You just suck at business. You're just really bad at business compared to them,
you
at
want to
least.
tell my employees that? The people I employ.
Well,
so
you're
they can
crying. You're
have
crying a lot.
living?
You're crying, so you should probably just like
Because the
respect
government
life.
is making it harder
Appreciate your life
for
more.
me. The government is making it hard for me to operate my
You got to
business.
go on one of those ayahuasca trips so you can appreciate life and see where you stand in the universe. I think you're really just like
I mean,
uptight.
this is just character assassination, but this is not an argument.
Character assassination? I'm just
Yeah.
clowning on you for crying about this.
Nothing. You don't employ anybody. You don't help anybody.
I do help people. I do volunteer. I
No,
do a
you
lot of
don't.
volunteer work. How much volunteer work do
No,
you
you
do?
don't.
I
Well,
judge a
I'm not.
person by how high they reached, or I judge someone, but not. I don't care how high you reach.
What's the value?
I don't care
of what
how
you're
high
bringing
you
them on?
reach.
I don't.
What's the value?
People,
You know, it's a really
I'm
funny
just-
thing
I
about
don't-
that.
I
You can
don't put a
calculate
gun to
value of
people's head.
volunteers by the hours they do multiplied by the labor they're doing. We can do like monetary value for volunteers, but usually we just want to
I
serve our
don't-
community members.
I don't put a gun to people's head and force people to work for me. They work for me because
They
it's
gotta
the
work
best
somewhere.
option they have.
Sure, they got to work somewhere.
So should they be glad that they have an opportunity so they can feed themselves?
Do you think you're a
Against
good
the
person because you
socialists,
make
doesn't
money
it
off of
help
people?
anybody?
You make money
Well,
off of
it's
people, so you're a good person. I mean, you make money off them, right? How much profit do
Nobody
you make
will
per
hire anybody.
worker? Per worker, how much money do you
Nobody
make?
will hire anybody. When you hire somebody you're losing money off of,
Yeah, that's how the market adjusts. True. How much money do you make per employee?
I don't know that number.
Well, how do you not know that number? You should know your labor costs, right?
It's pretty big, but I don't want to share that publicly, obviously. It's my business.
You just don't know it. You probably don't do that much math. I'm guessing were you born rich?
Yeah, I mean, you're just assuming all these things. It's ridiculous.
Were you born rich, or did you work
You
your way
don't
from
know
the bottom?
anything about me. You
Tell
haven't
me,
even-
were you born rich? Were you born rich?
Oh. My
Okay,
mom
good
died
job.
of cancer when I was 11. We had to pay for her health and pay for her cancer treatments. And it drained us.
Yeah, that sucks. My family was in an even worse position. Sucks.
I mean, this is not an Olympics to see whose life is harder.
Yeah, it
To be,
is.
no, it's not. No, it's
You think
not.
it's
We all have
socialism?
inalienable rights. We all have inalienable rights. And the government doesn't have the right to take money from me and give it to literally somebody else who did nothing to deserve it.
Do you think you're like a mini king?
A mini king? No.
Do you think you are more valuable
I
than your
understand
workers?
business, though.
Do you think
I
you're more
understand
valuable than your
employing people.
workers?
Huh?
Do you think you're more valuable for your workers?
No, not particularly, but I do employ them, though.
You do employ them. Do you think you're more valuable?
Well, it's whatever I have left over. See, nobody pays the entrepreneur.
Let's see. You have
Everybody
like
gets paid. Everybody gets paid first. Employees
Let's say
get
you have
paid
20
first.
employees.
Taxes.
let's say you have 20
Yada, yada.
employees.
Everybody gets paid first. Only if there's money left over, I make money. Everybody else gets paid first through voluntary transactions. I'm giving people the best deal that they have. What's wrong with that?
So you're paying the minimum wage, right?
How? Huh?
You're paying minimum wage?
Some.
Some minimum wage. How many are paying minimum wage out of
8.
20? 8 out of 20. So that 50 cents per year per employee is charging you $1,000 more per employee per year. And increases probably.
Yeah, but it's going to increase every year.
Yeah, but if you're a millionaire and you have like 8 employees making 50 cents more per year, that's $8,000 in new revenue.
Now, a lot of these places
Or new
are
expenses per
shelters
year, and you're not even
are
accounting
shelters in
inflation.
New
That's like
York
nothing. If you
that
can't
house
like,
homeless people.
no, I'm just saying if you,
I'm
if
gonna have to close these shelters down eventually.
you're profiting from shelters, are you the reason homeless people are not finding solutions because you're taking all the government contracts?
Well, I house a bunch of people. How many people do you have?
Oh no, you're the
Absolutely
person
nothing.
taking all the government contracts. You're the evil
Absolutely
guy.
nothing.
Oh my god, you're taking all the government contracts. Are you profiting off of taxpayer dollars?
No, those are the people who are housing migrants making triple what I make.
Wait. How do you get your funding though? Are you a business?
Yeah, of course.
Then how do you make to house homeless? Are you a nonprofit or a business?
Business.
You get money from government contracts?
Yeah.
You fucking loser. Oh my God. So you get money from taxpayer dollars. You're complaining about paying your employees a total of $8,000 more per year. Which if you're a millionaire, your balance sheet should not be affected by that. Like this is a bullshit argument, bro. 50 cents per year for 8 employees is not putting you out of business. This is the most pathetic dumb argument ever, bro.
Year.
Yeah. Every single year does the inflation rate's going to be 3%. Like it's insane, bro. It's actually insane that you're making this argument. You're a millionaire and you're crying about this. This is insane, dude. It's insane. You're making money from taxpayers. You're a millionaire and you can't handle the market changes. This is insane. This is insane.
A lot of my business don't have any
the entitlement you have such entitlement. You're more entitled than the biggest welfare queen in America. Holy shit, you are so entitled. Give me my taxpayer dollars back, bro. Give me my taxpayer dollars back, bro. I want to give it to a homeless person. They can do a better job than you are. Holy shit, this is awesome revelation. Thank you for telling the class that, bro. That's awesome.
That's a bunch of nonsense, obviously.
Wow, dude, you get government contracts. You make your money from government contracts. This is unbelievable.
The reason I'm against
and you're
these
complaining about a
contracts.
50-cent increase in minimum wage.
Well, you don't employ anybody, so how would you know? Anyway.
Oh, you're right. I should defraud the government. Like you are. Yeah, you jackass. Holy crap.
You don't employ anybody. You're a fucking loser.
Oh yeah, I'm a loser because I actually work. So that's right. I can't just get money off of cushy government contracts like you, dumbass. Holy shit.
You don't know anything about me, bro.
Yeah, I know you don't know how to do a balance sheet for your business. You don't even know your labor costs. You don't even know how much the labor costs going to affect your bottom line. You're a millionaire. You cannot handle $8,000 more per year in labor costs. It's actually crazy.
Your labor cost is zero.
I think this is just proving that the government does choose winners. It's choosing you. You just said you literally said the government chooses winners and losers. You literally said the government chooses winners and losers, and you're a winner the government chose. The government chose you as a winner. You are such a deceitful asshole liar. You're proving us right about the Trump supporters that come in here, the people that support DOGE. This is insane. You literally won. You literally won because the government chose you. That's insane. Are you going to start crying now?
Not true whatsoever.
The government chose you as a winner. You make your money from government contracts and taxpayer dollars. You're profiting from you're a profiteer of the homeless crisis. You're one of the most pathetic, disgusting people to exist. Go do something more. Yeah, do something of value, dumbass. I'm crashing out on him because you went over this entire conversation saying how the government the Elon Musk is good because the government sucks and taxes are terrible and the government picks winners and losers. Meanwhile, he's making his money from government contracts. He's crying. He's a millionaire. He's in the top 1%, so he's probably more than just a millionaire. And he's crying about his employees. His 8 employees making minimum wage, getting paid 50 cents more per employee, which per employee would cost us like $1,000 more per year. A 50-cent increase in wages. Okay. 8 employees, $8,000 more per year. And he's a millionaire. Multi-millionaire. Barbara. Is Barbara watching? I have to tell Barbara something. He said he is the top 1%er, then he said he's a millionaire. That's what I mean. He said he's a top 1%er, then he said he's a millionaire. And then he said that government is picking winners and losers and he hates paying taxes, and then he revealed that he makes money from running homeless shelters, getting government contracts. I can't think of a more ironic person to call in. Like that's actually amazing. Yeah, but he said he's a millionaire. Multi-millionaire. But he's talking like, oh, feel bad for me. The small guy can't survive in this economy. I'm like, okay, I wonder what kind of business he has. Then the business is taking government contracts to run homeless shelters. When they pass funding for like the homeless programs, he is literally the person profiting from it. Where we ask like, Like, hey, where did all the funding go for this project? It goes into businesses like his. He is the person making money from the government extortion or whatever. That was insane. I say I do charity. I do volunteer. Everyone lies. What did Trump put on his Truth Social? Okay, so Trump just put this on his Truth Social. Oh, God. Okay, if you want to know what Nazi propaganda would look like in the year 2025, Donald Trump put this on Truth Social.
Tunnels coming to set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here.
I don't have any words anymore to describe this. Is that Elon Musk, by the way? I don't have any words to describe. Oh, there's the Trump Gaza Hotel.
Number one, Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast
Yeah, that's what Trump wants. He wants the statues. I guarantee Russia flattered Trump, said he can have statues if he does all this stuff. And that's how Trump is supporting Russia so hard. Because Trump wants to be a dictator. He wants that glory. He wants that adoration. The pure adoration from people.
future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza,
Nice. Trump put this up with him
Trump
and
Gaza.
Netanyahu. Nice. Trump Gaza. Musk with dollars and flying in the air. Trump Gaza. This is awesome, dude.
Tunnels coming to set you free.
I don't think we can really understand how dark of a place our society is going. If this is acceptable to a lot of people, if a lot of people say this is okay, like, oh, haha, he's just joking, this will get you joking. I think Bernie Sanders said, entertaining yourself to death. This level of disconnect from humanity, this is how it happens. And by it, this is how it happens. Dehumanizing people to this extent, disconnecting from what's really real to this extent, is extremely, like, just think about the images and think about why Gaza is, think about why Gaza is in this condition. And it's like, hey, look, buildings, what's next? Wow, we're building skyscrapers now. And remember, it's a complete ethnic cleansing of the people there. They already said Palestinians would never be able to come back, and they're going to replace it. And obviously there's caves, obviously. Nice. Yeah, that's another subliminal thing, caves. Coming out into the beautiful westernized.
Bringing the light
And Gaza is beautiful, by the way. And before Israel carpet bombed it.
for all to see. No
Teslas, of
more
course.
tunnels, no more fear.
No more tunnels, no more fear. Yeah, I did not listen to the lyrics. I did not listen to the lyrics the first time around.
Tunnels coming to set you free.
Donald's coming to set you
Bringing
free.
the light for all to see.
Bringing delight for all to see.
No more tunnels, no more fear.
No more tunnels, no more fear.
Trump Gaza is finally here.
Trump Gaza is finally here.
Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza, number one. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light.
And I imagine their vision is like an American Western Israel, Dubai, kind of what they have in Dubai. They want to have a really big culmination of gambling, gluttony, every vice you can think of in humanity, in Trump Gaza. And the second Gilded Age, the Golden Age, that branding is so on the nose for what's happening right now. The massive transfer of wealth to the ultra wealthy. But it's like a combination of the Gilded Age and the 1920s to 1930s in Germany, with the way the legal system is fracturing with an authoritarian takeover, and we're having, you know, a new Gilded Age, a new Golden Age. Branding it the Golden Age before it even happens is a huge propaganda thing, of course. But yeah, Trump put this on his Truth Social, and it's all a meme. It's all a meme. But also, this is interesting. Very interesting depiction of very more evidence this man is too far gone. Intervention is needed. This stuff is not normal. True. These ads on Twitter are really hitting, bro. These ads on Twitter are wild. Tell you what. How long? Dude, I said this before. How long until they start broadcasting live executions from the arena? I said this before. This is a new gladiatorial, like, it's brutal. It's barbaric. Like, they're gonna have homeless people fighting in arenas on Mr. Beast games eventually. Like, this level of barbarism and disconnecting from humans is gonna... at least we have Sonic Heroes down here. At least we have Sonic Heroes trending. Why is Sonic Heroes trending? I'd rather think about this. Huh. Wow. I hear Sonic Heroes. Oh, that's a... Oh. Sonic Heroes. What a fun game. Wow, anyone play Sonic Heroes before? Really good GameCube game I played once upon a time. Anyways, yeah, we're disconnecting from humanity at such an extreme level so quickly. And AI generated as well. The internet's fake, everything's fake. Everything is generated now by a big slot machine like in 1984. I don't have words to say how bad this is, bro. I don't have words to say how bad it is. I don't have words to say how bad it is. I really don't. I don't know. Moses is going to be pissed when he gets back, bro. Moses is going to be pissed when he gets back. Yeah, that too. How anti-Christian, anti-morality, anti-everything. Every moral system, bro. I don't think there's one moral system where this is not, like, the worst thing you could possibly do. This trend of events. And people say, like, okay, yeah, evangelical base calling him, yeah, spot the Antichrist. Someone says he's literally God. This should be listened to over everyone else. Or you go, if you go against Trump, you go against God, essentially. Yeah, this is a really cool time. Cool time to do this, bro. Cool time to do this. And a big thing about the jokes, like, oh, Trump's just joking. He just says things. When you say things, even if you're joking, you get people to believe things, or you get them to think a different way. If you get people to think a different way, you can get people to act however you want them to act, if you are able to talk convincingly enough. That's why charisma and a good orator, a good speaker, is necessary for fascism to do well. You need a good orator for fascism to take over, because people need to emotionally feel it. They need those emotional thoughts to connect with it, to make it their identity. Once it becomes their identity, whether it's a national identity, whether it's a racial, whether it's an identity of supremacy, it needs to be emotionally driven, because then it's tied to you and your survival and your soul as a person. GG's. This is crazy. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, bro. What do I say? What can I even say? He knows it's not real? Personal income taxes do need to be raised on the top earners. Yeah. They've been slashed. And corporations too, yeah. Barbara, you donated to my... You did this 3 times. Okay, you sent $10 on 3 different occasions to my phone number on the screen. But I need to say that's not my real phone number, so it has not gone to me. If you go in Venmo and you type into the name, if you type in Jolah Politics, JOLAHPOLITICS, so Jolah Politics, like it says down there at the bottom of the screen. If you type in, you can see it on my other stream too, but Jolah Politics on Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal, that's how you can send money through. But the phone number on the screen is not my real phone number, so when you send money there, I'm not actually getting it. But thank you for the donations. I really do appreciate it. But I just want to let you know it's not coming to me. All right, I'm going to hop in Discord for a little bit. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for watching. Here is the Discord link. I'm going to hop in there for a little bit in community chat if you guys want to chat at all. Thank you guys. Look at you guys holding strong in the horizontal chat. Yeah, the post was just tonight, I'm pretty sure. You couldn't script this? Yeah, Ben. Thank you for $2. You cannot script it. This is crazy. I don't know who. Yeah. Thank you for 150, Vandred. 150 for my birthday cake. Thank you. Spicy. Wow. Yeah, that's another true point. The rich make money off the infrastructure of the country. Isn't it so sad that Pisco dumped me? Pisco is talking me up and called me a month ago. Now Pisco has not responded for a month. So sad. He can't even send a message back. Not even a little message. Not even a little message. Can't even get a little message from Pisco. Not even a message. Not even a message. Not even a message, dude. It's so sad. So sad. Haha, get wrecked, non-subs. Thank you, Jay, for $5. I really appreciate it. Here, let me fix the chat really quick. Ah, that's better. That's better. Let me fix both of the chats, dude. Both of the chats are perfect now. Ah, that's so good. What a good time. What a good time, dude. Both of the chats are awesome now. I love the chats. The chats are so beautiful. Wow. I love what I'm seeing. I love what I'm not seeing right now. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for following. Thank you for liking. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys subscribe. And yeah, I mean, Trump won by barely anything, and he won off of dumb inflation concerns and because people don't know what's happening. So his so-called mandate, he's very unpopular. But I don't know if we're gonna have a democracy. So. What just happened here? Wait a second. During my Senate campaign in 2022, I met a Ukrainian man in Northeast Ohio. He was very angry about my views on conflict and my desire to bring it to a rapid close. You're trying to abandon my country and I don't like it. Sir, I replied, your country is the United States and so is mine. I always found it offensive that a new immigrant to our country would be willing to use the power and influence of the new nation to settle the ethnic rivalries of the old. They're Nazi. They're Nazis, bro. They're literal Nazis, dude. Thank you guys for watching. The ethnic rivalries. They're calling the Russian invasion of Ukraine an ethnic rivalry. That's what the Nazis called everything they did, by the way. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. And look at our fellow Americans. Our fellow Americans laugh at it because they're stupid and they're like kids. They're just kids. It is like a toddler with a gun. It's literally a toddler with a gun. He thinks he's playing Nerf, but he shoots you and starts laughing when you're on the ground because he thinks you're kidding. Like, hey, you're not really hurt. We're having fun, bro. I can't watch the media no more, bro. You gotta have propaganda.
Interview since delivering that address. Governor, a very stark warning that you're delivering there. Obviously invoking the Holocaust, obviously invoking, a horrible, horrible thing that took the lives of ancestors of yours and ancestors of mine is evocative. I would also think it might be controversial. People might think, how can you possibly compare what happened in Germany in World War II to what's going on here in the United States?
By the way, before any Trumpers laugh at this, Peter Thiel, who funded J.D. Vance's entire career, literally compared the U.S. right now to the Weimar Republic or Weimar Republic in Germany. And he said democracy is collapsing and we need authoritarian dictatorship, essentially. So the people leading Trump's campaign are literally saying that we are like Nazi Germany, but before Nazi Germany, we're the collapse of their liberal democracy, and we need an authoritarian power to rule up and to rise up and rule over us. So it's not even like liberals are saying this, or leftists are saying this, or socialists, or whatever. The people on the right are actually saying this as well. Stephen Miller, Steve Bannon, Jack Posobiec, whatever his name is. He also wrote a book calling the left unhumans that need to be exterminated from society. The left are unhumans that cannot have any role in America. So this is not like a thing that the left made up. The right said it themselves. They're trying to do an authoritarian takeover of America. But you guys don't believe it because you want to own liberals and you're mad at black and trans people.
States.
Well, we're talking about the death of a constitutional republic. That's what happened in Germany in 1933, 1934. And we're seeing today that you've got an administration in Washington that's ignoring court orders, literally ignoring when a judge says you can't do this. They're going ahead and doing it anyway. The question is, where does that stop? The courts don't have the ability to enforce their orders, and the president is supposed to obey them, but is not. So this is just one piece of a very...
And if you don't follow court orders on something smaller, like a budget freeze, which still matters, then that administration typically also ignores court orders when it comes to extrajudicial killings, when it comes to private security firms, when it comes to targeting political opponents. That administration also gives a pass to rising radicalism and militia groups. So when you don't listen to courts at all, when you abandon all law, rule, and order, then yeah, you fall into authoritarian traps where everything's a quid pro quo. You get a government like Hungary or Russia, or another government that's completely not corrupted. There's not enough words for it, but completely controlled by just whoever has the most power. There is no room for even voting in these systems. It gets close to a dictatorship. But yeah, extrajudicial anything is not good. We want the courts to be listened to. The executive branch is the executive, and that's why it's more prone to dictatorship, because they can just not listen. And when they don't listen, it's a constitutional crisis. And when a constitutional crisis happens, how do you hold them accountable if Congress is not going to even speak against Trump at all? It's a scary place to be in.
Very long story that's developed over the last 6 weeks of the ignorance of constitutional norms and indeed disobeying the Constitution, announcing that we're going to do away with birthright citizenship. That's been established. Well, it's in the Constitution, for goodness sakes. So I really think people need to wake up to what's happening in Washington. And I felt like, based on my
But Americans don't care about the Bible. They don't care about the Constitution. As long as you go against those things to go after their enemies. If you go after it and you say you're going after liberals and you're going after DEI, wokeism, then they're okay with you going against the Constitution. They don't care about the Constitution that much, only when it benefits them. Trump today was talking about taking away Second Amendment rights for political opponents, literally saying they're going to target liberals and only take away guns from liberals only because they're going to designate liberals as enemies of the state. And you guys might cheer that on. But yeah, it's yeah.
My own experience, I led the building of a Holocaust museum. I worked with Holocaust survivors for a decade to open that museum. I know what happened day by day almost that led to the Holocaust. And I'm not suggesting.
Yep, and Nazi Germany happened as a very precise dissection of the legal system in Germany. They tried a coup in 1923, but it took like 10 years, it took like 5 to 10 years for them to fully destabilize the legal system in Germany. And they actually did it by replacing a lot of the judges and lawyers with Nazi judges and Nazi lawyers, which is why Hitler got such a light sentence after he tried the coup in 1923, when he wrote Mein Kampf, because he got a light sentence from the Nazi judges, the Nazi judges that favored Nazi policies. And they used the Great Depression and a lot of the radicalism from then to get power in society. So they led with the racism and supremacy, and the vision of domination and isolation. But the inflation and the Great Depression helped push their political power over the edge and to the point of no return because the public gave too much power and consent to Germany. They also used militias outside of the government to hold their political enemies down. They used militias that were not in the military. They slowly destabilized the system until it could fully collapse. Same as in America, we saw the courts begin to shift, the Supreme Court do a lot of weird rulings, the immunity ruling, a bunch of things like that. We saw January 6th. We're following a lot of the same trajectories. I'm not saying it's going to get as bad. I'm not saying it's going to go to a Holocaust, but I'm saying we're going to be in a really scary territory. We're aligning with Russia and China and North Korea. Not even China, but Russia and North Korea. I don't even know if China voted against the UN resolution today. But we're voting along the lines of Russia and Hungary and North Korea, and we're turning against free countries. We're turning against our allies. We're talking about invading Canada and Mexico and Greenland and Denmark, and we hate every country that we're supposed to be friends with. Trump loves dictators. He wants to be a dictator. He hates free democracies. He never talks good about free democracies. He only talks good about dictators. Taking the side of Russia versus Ukraine, calling it ethnic battle, using all these weird phrasings, wanting to genocide Palestine completely, ethnic cleansing, build hotels and casinos, sharing propaganda videos made by AI of how amazing Gaza is going to be once Trump takes over with a bunch of hookers and casinos and shit. Like, so antithetical to what Jesus taught, so antithetical to everything. Any moral system would push against this. Any moral system would disagree with this.
That's exactly where we're going. But I know what happened in the early 30s with the death of the German democracy, and that could happen in the United States.
And
China
what
did not.
Do you think would result? I mean, obviously, it is important for us to be upholding norms, and obviously, if the president is told by a court, you can't do that or whatever, he has.
Well, Trump said, "I am law." He said he is above law. He said, "No man can." Or nothing is unlawful if you're saving your country or whatever, which is a dictator quote, which is a Napoleon quote. So they have already said multiple times, they quoted Andrew Jackson as well when he did the Trail of Tears, ignoring court orders. So the Trump administration has said multiple times they're not going to listen to courts. And they're very clear about this. They want a unitary executive branch. They want the executive branch to be fully under the control of the president. And they want to seize almost ultimate power in the federal government in general. Very scary. Our constitutional republic, okay? Our framers, our founding fathers would be, I don't even know. They'd be so mad right now, bro. We fought so hard to get away from a king, and we want to go back to one because we got too comfortable. We got too pampered. We got too comfortable with our success, too pampered. So now we're going to just give it all up.
He has the right to appeal it, but he doesn't have the right to ignore it. Where do you think this ends?
Well, that is the question. The question is, will people wake up? Will people show up to to protest, to make sure that their representatives understand that they can't go along with this. This is literally the end of the republic as we know it. If we don't stand up to Donald Trump in his, decision to essentially break down the government according to what he wants and according to what he believes is in the best interests of the wealthiest and most powerful people in the country. We need people to get out there and...
Yeah, but when Americans say that like Elon Musk is Superman and Trump is too, you have to have counter propaganda to their propaganda because they lie. But you need to tell the truth in an effective manner, and I don't think Democrats have good messengers. The governors are awesome. Like if you look at Wes Moore, if you look at Josh Shapiro, Pritzker, Whitmer, definitely not Hutchell, maybe Newsom sometimes. The governors are pretty solid, but the House leadership sucks. The Senate leadership sucks. We have some young stars that don't have enough of a voice, but we need the counter narrative. We need our multi-level media approach, and I don't think we have it right now. And they have a whole propaganda network set up. They own the media. They own probably 70% of the media, and this includes media that's not inherently political, that they thrive off of. How do we crack that? That is the biggest battle right now. It's not really institutions. It's not law. They're not going to listen to law, but we need people not believing these absurd lies about the world as much as possible. It might take strikes. It might take economic action because we never want things to get violent. We might need people that are willing to strike and push against this in other ways. We are firing disabled vets right now because of DOGE cuts. People that are like disabled vets who now answer phone calls of distressed vets who are thinking of suicide, like those people are being cut from the government and being thrown to the side as trash. And people are cheering because they believe all the propaganda. Fun times, brother. Fun times. All right, I'm actually done for tonight. Good night, guys. See you guys in Discord if you join Discord. I'm going to be in there for a few minutes. Have a good night, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you. You think Americans don't want to invade Canada, but at some point, the gun speaks. The weapons speak, bro. I'll be in Discord in the VIP chat. Have a good night, guys. I am propaganda, yes. We are an ignorant nation, yes. True. Thank you for all the donations and channel memberships. Thank you for all the donations to Venmo and stuff as well, and to Coffee and PayPal, Cash App. Thank you, Jolah Politics on there. Thank you guys so much for all the support. See you guys tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully we get some better callers. Peace. I'll buy 16 tones. We're done. Thank you for joining though. I talk to people on the phone every night. You think I need to respond to every comment that you idiots leave? I can just talk to you on the phone, and I see that none of you understand anything, but you're just mad and you're emotional about certain topics. Okay.